NCME is fundamentally about supporting AI development in a radiology context. And what we're doing is helping our industry partners to develop AI tools that will address unmet areas of clinical need across a range of disease areas.
I'm one of those people where I believe in collaboration, and what NCME is all about is about collaboration. I've got the clinical expertise, I can stratify patients, I know what needs and doesn't need to be done. On the other hand, you've got all these brilliant minds that understand all these very complex algorithms. Being able to bring that together is an incredibly powerful way to be able to leapfrog almost years of development and come up with tools and to come up with innovative technologies and to be able to come up with something that really can make a difference to people.
We actually created a data lake. So once we have de-identified data from our NHS partners, we do all QC processes, making sure that actually the data is eligible to work on for algorithm. Information governance is part of this process, so we need to make sure that all the ethical and quality standards are in place.
Before NCME, I collected a large data set of people with back pain, and I had to do all the data collection from the forms by hand. With NCME, a whole chunk of that work is done for me by the more systematic approach that they've been able to adopt. So to me, that's an absolute transformation.
In creating this consortium, we've managed to engage with a range of NHS trusts across the whole of the UK that makes the data set that's created much more representative of the UK patient population as a whole.
I think it's important for hospitals like the Royal Cornwall, which can be considered out on the peninsula, to be involved in that wider community of hospitals. We've provided data up there with some of the larger, more well-known trusts. All of that is experience that we're not going to lose.
One of the real big things about NCME is that it has helped either develop or validate brain CT algorithms through to pulmonary nodule algorithms and infertility. So across the board, healthcare diseases.
What I think is great is that through understanding and working together how data can be moved around, how different types of entities can interact, we've effectively laid the pipes and the foundations for future innovative companies and technologies developing clinical imaging, developing medical imaging to work through that process. And that, I think, will be a great legacy of this project, actually laying a pathway and establishing what good looks like.
One of the big successes through the work we did with NCME is this led to the NOSIP guidelines, the National Optimum Stroke Imaging Pathway Guidelines, which for the first time included AI imaging as part of the recommendations of how to best treat patients.
It's a very great resource and it's a good collaboration to have to try and develop real-world working solutions for problems using AI. NCME has managed to make this possible to be able to bring this all together.
The thing that I think NCME has done, which is an incredibly difficult thing to do, is to connect multiple different hospitals up from across the country so that they can all collect the same data and they can transfer it here into Oxford so we can then transfer it to researchers and companies to work on. That's a very, very significant achievement.
In funding those trusts, we've essentially created a series of jobs at those trusts. And those skills will survive long past NCME. Those capabilities are now in place and are proven out.
AI is everywhere, but maybe as an individual, we don't actually notice that. But for the next 5 or 10 years, there will be a change in the world, and AI will change our world as well.